Raja Khan, ministers, excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, ladies and gentlemen, and colleagues from the aid community. Assalamu alaikum. It's with great humility that I stand before you today to reflect on the tragic events that took place 15 years ago. Earthquakes are the most frightening of all natural disasters. They strike without warning, and the magnitude and impact cannot be easily predicted. While the science has improved our ability to construct buildings that can withstand shocks, there are limitations of what man can do to beat such a force of nature. The earthquake that struck at 8:52 on the 8th of October 2005 took the lives of more than 80,000 people. Men and women, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, young and old. It rendered 3.5 million people homeless and affected the lives and livelihoods of countless others across Pakistan. The topography of the area made the response to those affected enormously challenging, with blocked roads, destroyed communication and power lines, severely impeding the ability to respond to the immediate few days after the quake. However, these challenges were overcome, and the initial relief response that took place in the ensuing weeks and months is widely documented as being one of the best examples of civil-military collaboration in humanitarian relief operation history. The Pakistan Army, US NATO forces, together with the United Nations Humanitarian Air Services, managed an air operation which at its peak delivered 100 tons of food a day to the earthquake zone, as well as transporting the injured to medical facilities and aid workers to and from the earthquake zone. I was reading an assessment of the response prepared by Tufts University in the US, and I quote, "Never before had a home military, foreign allied support and the UN worked so well together in a relief operation." But that was true across all areas of the effort. The silver lining of the earthquake is that it brought people of different nationalities, of different faiths, together, motivated solely by the humanitarian imperative, an objective of saving lives and rebuilding livelihoods. That spirit of humanitarianism and partnership lives on. The partnership between the federal government of Pakistan, the provincial government in AJK, and the United Nations continues to grow ever stronger. WFP, for its part, and support its commitment and its support to government to address humanitarian crisis remains as resolute as ever. WFP stands together with the NDMA as well as with the SDMA to help mitigate disasters and strengthen disaster response preparedness. We are ready ourselves to provide direct support when asked to those affected by shocks and crises, and I'm very pleased that we've been able to contribute to alleviate the suffering of 16,000 families who were cut off by the massive snowfalls that occurred earlier this year in this region. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I have many friends within WFP who were part of the operation in the aftermath of the earthquake. They've told me of the immense pride they have to have been associated with the response. They have told me of the extraordinary generosity and the partnership with the people of Muzaffarabad and in AJK. I'm therefore honoured to stand before you on behalf of my colleagues to remember and to commemorate those that were sadly lost on that fateful day. I'm also proud to offer our thanks for the work that we did as a United Nations family and our continued partnership with you, the Government of Pakistan, the Government of AJK, the NDMA and the SDMA, as we strive to make the people of this proud region to be ever more resilient and able to withstand the shocks and challenges that nature throws at us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister, Excellencies, for your kind attention. And as the theme of this day indicates, let's join hands for a bright future. I thank you.
Kaye, for your remarkable speech. We always do admire and recognize your generous support towards the people of AJK.